Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I thought I'd try something a little bit different this time. My usual gameplay is sort of raw and off the cuff. This time I'm taking a look at a few of my replays, and I thought I'd give a few pointers. This is the in-game replay system. If you want to know how to enable it, it is all displayed on the forums. Currently, I'm free camming it. You can also lock the camera to your view that was in the game before. Now, a lot of players are complaining about destroyer torpedoes being overpowered. Now, the Minekaze, I'll admit, is a bit overpowered for its tier anyway. Switch to free cam there. Now there's a destroyer already in sea, so I'm rather cautious about going into it. Admittedly, this isn't one of my best games, but it has a bit of an amusing end to me. Now there's an Atlanta. There's another one that will be there. Yep, there's the destroyer. The Minekaze guns are ridiculously slow. You'll see me turning my tail around there to try to shoot at them with a couple of guns, but it's just too slow to lock onto a destroyer. And because I was spotted, that Atlanta could see me. You do not want to be around when an Atlanta can see you. And we have some World of Tanks toxicity in the chat. Yet another unfortunate thing you'll run into in this game. Hopefully not too frequently, though. The enemy destroyer laid down a smoke screen, so it'll make it rather hard to see pretty much any of the targets past him. You'll notice I let the Sims know that I was firing torpedoes, and he promptly turns into them. I warned him again, but my warning apparently isn't needed because he gets taken out by the enemy torpedoes. Still, if there's a ship in front of you when you're firing torpedoes, it's a good idea to let them know. This Miyoko takes out the Mitsuki. Now that Atlanta back there, S Rice, is going to become very upset with me. The Minekaze, I said before, it is rather overpowered, but it has its weaknesses. The 10-kilometer long lance torpedoes are extremely slow. I think they're like 56 knots. Granted, they're faster than any other ship, but anyone can sort of negate them completely by altering their course occasionally. Like, see that Miyogi? Right now, if he turned left for 2 seconds, he would not be hit. Granted, right now he's out of range. I'm just sort of trying to push them out of the cap area. That Atlanta is tearing up the Miyoko, and there's nothing I can do about it. Switching to my in-game cam now. The battleships I'm actually not too worried about because destroyers are extremely good at wiping out battleships, especially, well, battleships these days. I locked onto one of those Wyomings. I think it was Finocchio. That's me trying to avoid those planes. Because if I'm detected, I know I'm good. But I forgot completely what was behind that cliff. See? He turned a little bit, all my torpedoes missed. Now here's money shot. Locked onto that Wyoming, and I'm detected. Not just by the Wyoming, but by the Atlanta. Now, in Atlanta, anyone worth his salt will kill a destroyer if he's spotted, and he is wiping me out. Here's where the comedy ensues. Yep, both ships keep sailing straight in spite of spotting a destroyer. So all of my torpedoes hit both ships, destroying a Tier 7 Atlanta and severely wounding that Wyoming. So, either one of them could have completely avoided all of my torpedoes by simply turning a little bit. Now, unfortunately for this battleship, he doesn't appear to be repairing any of the damage. I figured he would just use his, hit point repair or his systems repair, and I wouldn't get a kill. But look at his hit points, they kept ticking down. I thought I only got a Tier 7 cruiser.
Enemy battleship sunk.
Indeed. And then the salt keeps pouring in. Yep, there it is. Now, some torpedoes are a little bit difficult to dodge. Say,
Team has taken the lead.
if you have a really close destroyer, say 2 kilometers away, and they torp you, well, that's sort of your own fault. Well, hell, most of the time it's your own fault if you get hit by a destroyer's torpedoes. They're quite easy to dodge. Carrier's torpedoes, on the other hand, are kind of ridiculous. But that's another story. On to the next clip. This next clip isn't a ship that many of you know and hate. The Furutaka. Now, right off the bat in this game, well, in this match, we have a rather interesting character on the enemy team. Now, remember that guy. He says a lot worse things in here, but I'll just skip over it and go to the end. Now, during this fight, I sort of tear into the ships down at this sea cap. You'll notice I'm using AP ammunition. Now, these are not, well, I don't think they're the upgraded guns. Oh, they are the upgraded guns. They're the 8 inches with what, 16-second reload time? Granted, that is kind of long for a cruiser, but having 8-inch guns at this tier is rather strong, as you can see.
Torpedoes, astern!
Now, I don't get any kills early on, and, well, you can see our interesting character over there
Torpedoes, astern!
talking smack.
Torpedoes, dead ahead!
A little bit of collision there on the sea. They pay for it.
Enemy heavily damaged.
Now, a lot of cruisers will still use high explosive rounds. That is not a good idea when shooting at other cruisers. High explosives are good for destroyers, on the other hand. As you can see, I switched to AP and then back to high explosives. I don't think I got this kill, but I got one shortly afterwards. He is angling himself, making it rather difficult to hit him. Not too difficult, though. A lot of people sort of use this cruiser as the light cruisers, as the previous version, well, previous in the tech tree were. That is not so with the Furutaka. It is the first heavy cruiser in any tier, I believe. I believe that's kill number 1. It looks good.
Enemy destroyer sunk.
And hey, look, a certain shit talker.
Attention, reporting the target position. All stations, requesting fire support.
And yes, in spite of an obvious troll being right there, I really don't like destroyers.
Enemy destroyer foundered.
Really don't like destroyers.
Strategic target.
And does it? Well, looks like that destroyer might have misjudged his torpedo range.
All stations, fire on the target.
Torpedoes to start.
I don't think he even got hit by any of those torpedoes because he turned. He knows some maneuvers. Torpedo bombers coming in. I think they bombed this battleship instead of me. Probably wasn't a good idea. And I take advantage of that opening.
All stations, requesting fire on the designated target.
And there's only one enemy ship to deal with over here. And hey, look, he's border scumming. Is anyone really surprised?
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
As we all know, there's only one way to deal with a troll. With high explosive and fire. Now it does slow down a little bit here, so I'll speed things up a bit. And Yeah, the entertainment will continue. Well, shortly. Another World of Tanks here. Moving backward and forward is not a good idea in warships, especially as a battleship. All it takes is a slight adjustment to my aim and 15 seconds of reload. And look, heavy explosives. There's a couple destroyers way up in the middle of nowhere trying to track down our CV. Nope, I guess they got him. Yep, CV players, if you want support, hang with the fleet. There's another battleship dead. Now, things get a little gutsy. I would not suggest the style of gameplay that I am accustomed to. The basic movement, that I would support. You should always angle your hull, even if they're shooting high explosives at you. Those were AP shells, because I am not on fire. He did the right thing, but all the shells went through my superstructure. Let's see if I can show it. Yep, there. Right there in my bridge, there's a big smoldering hole. And a little one in the aft bridge. Yep, there it is. Wyoming is slowly being weathered down. Fires in my superstructure again.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
Now, here's a little tip that I don't normally see. There's a Confederate badge. If the ship you're shooting at is angling their hull constantly, AP shells will just pretty much bounce ineffectually off of it, like so. Yes, I just glanced battleship shells in a Furutaka, a glass cruiser.
We've destroyed an enemy battleship.
The trick to dealing with that is to actually load high explosives. So say you have a battleship running away from you and he's angling his hull perfectly. If you fire high explosives at him, it will detonate on this ship and set him ablaze, no matter what angle they have. And like I said, this is ballsy gameplay. If you're being shot at by a battleship, like I am by the previous battleship and this one, this Kawachi, you might want to, you know, avoid the things. I even caught a little friendly fire there.
Torpedoes to port.
I'm a bit more gutsy than the average Joe, I guess. There's one torpedo hit. That Burmese is the one that put an AP shell through my freaking smokestack. Knocking out my turrets. Yeah, I'm kind of in a really bad position, but I sort of do that out of habit. And every now and then, it pays off. I'll have another Furutaka clip coming up here next. Now in this match, things are not going so well. Sure, I get you know, a lot of work done, but I am not, as you can see, in very good condition. We're currently way outcapped, and, well, out hit point at this point.
We've destroyed an enemy cruiser.
My only other ship is way on the other side of the map, in Mutsuki. Now, he is, I guess, doing the right thing and capping the points. He'll probably win the game that way, but I'm left alone with this Omaha. And I don't have a very good start to it. I am using AP shells. He's unfortunately using high explosives. Now here we do a little bit of a dance around and trade map points. We both have the same amount of kills, so, you know, he's a decent player. But I do manage to outmaneuver him. Let's cut this forward a little bit. I parked my tail long enough in this cap just to get the capture points going. And I'm keeping an eye on that Omaha's position. I'm able to do so both because of the plane in the sky and because of the destroyer right behind him. First I fire with high explosives. Oh, no, I guess that's a visual bug. That was AP shots. That puts the game slightly in my favor. Well, at least even the odds a little bit. The Omaha does have faster guns, and I believe more of them. Those were HE shots because he's angling his hull. I alternated AP and HE. I figured, he's gonna think I'm launching HE shots at him. He's gonna turn his ship, and he obliges.
Enemy cruiser found.
And that brings this video clip to a close. I hope you enjoyed this little change of pace. This is a sneak peek at my next video. I'll be going over the Fuso and Nagato. Not all of them will be victories. Not all of them will be, you know, crazy clutch games.
Action stations.
But I think you'll enjoy them. If you like this different format and you want to see more, let me know in the comments below. I'm not so worried about likes or subscribers or whatever. Just, you know, it's just a hobby. Let me know if you enjoy it. See you next time, gentlemen. Out.